the implementation part of BCD adder during practical. Okay, and whatever the subtopics understanding that is required, that is ripple carry generator. Okay, along with n-bit parallel adder. Okay, so that also will take during the practical. Okay, in the Friday session. Okay, so instead of taking that topic during theory, so that will be covered during practical as well as in the theory. Okay, now I will be going to start the concept of multiplexer and demultiplexer. Unit 2, after that, after BCD adder, IC 7483, there is a concept given, that is multiplexer and demultiplexer. Okay, we'll start with it. This is very much important concept for your exam point of view also. We need to cover it. Okay, so in these 2 days, we'll cover this concept, that is mux and demux. Okay. Okay, so multiplexers and demultiplexers. Multiplexers and demultiplexers are normally used for sharing the resources. Okay, multiplexers routes the data from many sources to one destination, and demultiplexer redistributes the data back from one source to many destinations. Okay, see, maybe you know already this topic. What is generally it is referred as multiplexer means mux and demultiplexer means demux. Okay, students, is my screen is visible to you? Yes. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So see, there are many applications where we use the mux and demux concept. Okay. So the many devices or system that need to access a common transmission media. Right? Let us consider that just the real-time example, our cable TV system. Okay, in which multiple TV channels are received at home. Okay, via shared transmission media. Similarly, in computer networking also, many computer needs to access a common printer or other any shared networking device, okay, or any other shared hardware device. Okay, so where there the mux and demux concept it is used. So basically, mux and demux are used for as a sharing resources. It is used for shared devices. So what is the principle of multiplexing and demultiplexing? See, a multiplexer, that is the short form, it is used mux, okay, is a device that allows digital information from several inputs to be routed onto a single line for the transmission. You can see this particular diagram, right, where you can see a number of inputs, okay, and that n number of inputs that will be selected by the data selector, and that any one input will be received as output, and that will be passing through this channel. Okay, similarly the demux receives that input, and again it gives the output as a number of n number of outputs. So mux, it is nothing but parallel in serial out converter. Okay, see, the multiplex data is transmitted over a single line to a common destination, and the demultiplexer accepts this data and redistributes it to n outputs. So for that selection of n number of inputs, data selector it is used. Okay, so the data select lines are used in many to one operation. Many to one means mux of multiplexer, and one to many operation of demultiplexer. Demultiplexer, it receives one input and it redistributes to the n number of outputs. Okay, so it routes to number of output. Now see what actually in detail mux, because we'll be having a mux implementation part. So you should know in detail how the multiplexer concept can be used just for the reduction of the circuit. Okay, basically that is used in the digital electronics for that purpose, to reduce the number of wires. Okay, that is the main advantage with mux with you for the digital electronics. Now multiplexer means what? Many to one. Mux, that is multi. The name only it indicates multi means many. Okay, so many to one. A multiplexer mux is a combinational circuit. Okay, Okay, the second unit belongs to the combinational circuit, where we have seen half adder, full adder, half subtractor, full subtractor. All these are the combinational circuits. Means the output is dependent on the past input. Okay. So a mux is a combinational circuit which is often used when the information from many sources must be transmitted over long distance, and it is less expensive to multiplex the data onto a single wire for transmission. So a multiplexer can be considered as a multi-position or rotary switch. Here you can see this particular figure. Okay, you can see there are n number of inputs. Those are known as nothing but information, signals, data inputs. Okay, so there are n inputs and one output. The switch position, this rotary switch, this switch position, it is controlled by the selector lines. Okay, so the select input decides which input should be connected to the output, which input it should be passed on to the output. So that work is done by the selector lines, that is known as data selector. So here you can see the logic symbol for the multiplexer. N number of inputs, okay, M control or data select lines, okay, and one output. This is the symbol of the multiplexer. So the multiplexer is also called as data selector. Why? Because the complete operation is dependent on the select lines. Which particular input will be getting selected, and that will be getting as an output. Okay. So it accepts the several data inputs and allows one of them to get through to the output at a time. So how the data selector will select one of the input and it will pass on as an output. So for that, the relation between the number of, for that you should know first what is the relation between this number of select lines and number of input lines. Okay. So the relation between the number of select line and the number of data inputs are 2 raised to power m equal to n, where m stands for number of select lines and n means number of input lines. Okay. As multiplexer selects one out of many, it is often called as 2 raised to power m to 1 line converter. Okay, what this indicates, that we'll see in the types of, that you will come to know in the types of multiplexer. Okay, so always the relationship that it is there for the select lines and data inputs, that is 2 raised to power m equal to n. Okay. Now, which are the different types of multiplexer? Multiplexers are classified into 4 types. Okay. 2:1 multiplexer, 4:1 multiplexer, 8:1 multiplexer, and 16:1 multiplexer. 2:1 multiplexer means here you need to use the one select line. Okay, 4:1 multiplexer means 2 select lines. How you can set one select line? The relation that is 2 raised to power m equal to n means if I want to use the 2:1 mux, in that we know that 2:1 means 2 number of inputs. So for 2 number of inputs, how many select lines will be required? Only one select line, because 2 raised to power 1 equal to 2 means m, it is nothing but the number of select lines. Okay. So 2 raised to power 2 equal to 4, right? 4 inputs and 1 output. So 4:1 multiples. Okay, we'll see in detail. See, now this first diagram here you can see, this is the block diagram of 2:1 mux. 2:1 mux. Okay, where you can see D0 and D1 are the inputs, 2 inputs and 1 output, right? Along with this input and output, you can see the select line. There is only one select line. Okay, and along with this, you can see this enable. So we'll see first this part and then we'll see what is the enable. Now here you can see that there are 2 inputs. Any one of the input will be selected by the select line. So there is only one select line based on 2 raised to power 1 equal to 2 means there should be only one select line. Okay, that select line value, either it can be 0 or it can be 1. Here you can see this particular truth table, right? Where the select input as 0 values are given as a 0 and 1, right? Either it can be 0 or it can be 1. And based on that select input value, any one of the data input will be passed on as a output. Okay, so if the select line S0 is 0, that time D0 will be the output. Okay, and if the select line is 1, in that case D1 will be passes as a output to the output port. Okay, so that will be completely dependent on the select line. As here only one select line, so there are only 2 bits, 1, 0 or 1, right? Now, based on this particular circuit diagram, it is given. Okay, so before that, I will just tell you first what is, how this particular diagram will, means you can implement this, that I will tell you. Before that, just go through this. What is enable? See, enable, it is nothing but always indicated with E, and it is required for the each and every multiplexer circuit. What is the use of that? When here you can see that, just go through this definition. The multiplexer will be enable or it is operative only when the enable input is active. Enable, it is nothing but also known as a strobe. Okay, so the MUX circuit only enables when that particular enable input is active. Active means active low or active high. There are two parts, right? Active high means it should be connected to high voltage, means 1. Active low means it should be connected to ground, right? So active low means E equal to 0. So when E equal to 0, multiplexer function is disabled. It will not work. So to enable the multiplexer, E must be set to 1. Okay. So then only the multiplexer circuit will work properly. Okay. So to make it as a active, okay, it should work properly. For that, this enable value, it should be 1. Okay. So enable input, it should be always active. Now, here you can see this particular logic circuit diagram of 2:1 MUX. Okay, how this diagram comes, that I will tell you based on the equation. Just a minute. Okay, now see for the 2:1 MUX. We have seen this truth table, right? That indicates the select lines and Y, right? And E, just I am writing over here for understanding. So S0, it can be 0, 1, and output is dependent on the select line. If S0 will be 0, output Y will be D0. Okay, and if S0 will be 1, output Y will be the data input 1. Okay, this will work only when the enable, that is E, okay, that represents enable, that is nothing but the enable input that is required to active the multiplexer circuit. So here we are keeping it as a 1. Okay, so based on that, I can write the equation Y equal to, see over here, 0 indicates bar. So S0 bar, right? Always we take the product of this select line and the output. So S0 bar D0, okay, plus S1, sorry, plus S0 and D1. Okay, this is the equation I am writing from this truth table. S0 bar into D0 plus, we need to take ORing of that. So S0, why? Because it is 1. So it is S0. 0 represents bar. We are considering sum of product. Okay, S0 into D1. Okay, now with this, I can form a circuit, that is, we know that will be required D0 and D1. Okay, So one input is D0, another one it is the S0 bar. Okay. So how to form a circuit for that? First one is D0, this will be S0, so this will be S0 bar, right? After that, for this particular term, this will be D1 and this is S0, not S0 bar. Okay, so this will be S0 bar D0, right? And this is what? S0 into D1, right? Okay, I have used here inverter for will be as we required S0 bar. Okay, so here you can see we'll get this equation, that is the addition of these two, ORing of these two. So we have used the OR gate S0 bar into D0 plus S0 into D1, right? So the same circuit is given over here. Okay, as is the select line D0, D1, two inputs. So this is the equation. This equation we are getting from this truth table. This is not as such required, but for understanding point of view, you should know this. Okay, how many AND gates is required in the 2:1 mux? There are two AND gates are required in the 2:1 mux and one OR gate is required. So if you will understand this truth table, you will understand this particular logic circuit. Okay. Now after that, 4:1 mux. Okay, in the 4:1 mux, here you can see 4 to 1 means 4 input and 1 output. So the 4 data inputs, namely D0, D1, D2 and D3 and a single output Y. You can just consider this diagram. It is not here, it is not showing properly. Okay, see this D0, D1, D2, D3 are the 4 inputs and 3 select lines you can see. These 3 select lines indicates that 2 select lines and 1 is enable. Okay, I will show you this another block diagram for this. Now here you can see that just the working of this first. For 4 data inputs, there are 2 select lines, namely S0 and S1. While preparing the function table, we write S1 as a MSB and S0 as a LSB. Okay. 4:1 mux. Okay. So for this, in the block diagram, 4 inputs. Four inputs will be D0, D1, D2 and D3, right? There are 2 select lines. Either you can give it here, okay, as a S0 and S1. Or this is the LSB, least significant bit, and this is the most significant bit. Okay, 4 inputs D0, D1, D2, D3. You can see in this particular diagram also, right? So 4:1. So 4 input and 2 output. Why? 1 output and 2 select lines. So always 2 raised to power m equal to n. This relation you should know. Where m, it is nothing but number of select lines. Right? And it is nothing but number of inputs. Okay? N is the number of input. Now see here, as I know that 4:1 means there are 4 number of inputs. So to get this as a 4 will be required 2 raised to power 2, right? So 2, it is nothing but the number of select lines. So how many select lines here I have provided? 2 select lines, S0 and S1. Okay? And 4 data inputs and 1 output, right? So this is the 4:1 mux. Now for this, if I will write the truth table, that it is also given, okay, just for understanding purpose, for 8:1 mux, now later on you can do this part, okay. I'm just going to write now for 4:1 mux. How you can write it? S1 and S0 are the 2 inputs, Y is the output and E is the enable. Okay. Now when this enable will be active, only then the mux circuit will work, right? Now there are two select lines, means there may be a 4 combination. You know that for 2 bits, 4 combinations, right? 0, 0, 0, 1, okay, 1, 0, and 1, 1, right? So means with the help of these two select lines, there are 4 combination, and based on these 4 data bits, data input combination, one of the data input will be selected, right? So when S1 and S0 both will be 0, that time D0 will be getting selected. So the output will be D0. Okay. When S1 and S0, when it will be 0, 1, that time D1 will be getting selected. Okay. And it will be giving output as a D1. When it will be 1, 0, then D2 will be selected. So the output will be D2. And when it will be 1, 1, then D3 will be selected as the output. Okay. So the input data will be selected based on this selector lines. Okay. Whatever the input combination here, you can see based on that particular data input will be getting selected and it will be passed on as a output. Right. So this is the 4:1 mux. Now, if you know this truth table, you can construct the circuit. So for that, you need to write the equation. Okay. So this complete part here, it is given in the notes. Okay. So this diagram, it is here it is drawn based on this particular truth table. So once you know this, you can draw you can write the equation where you can write S1 bar, S0 bar, okay, and D0, right? Plus, I'm considering this much part, okay? Plus S1 bar, S0, D1, right? Plus S1, S0 bar, D2, okay? And plus S1, S0, D3. From this equation, this particular diagram, it is given, okay? And this complete explanation, it is also given over here, okay? So this is the 4:1 mux. I'm just going through this particular notes also, from where you can read these equations. Okay, see over here. This is the 4:1 mux. Okay. In the notes, complete multiplexer part, here you can see this particular truth tables are given. This equation it is given and this logic diagram it is also given. Okay. You should know only how 2:1 mux, 4:1 mux working it is there. Okay. This particular diagram. Okay. 4:1 mux. Okay. Then 8:1 mux, this particular circuit. Now what we'll do, likewise, so on, you can use it for the 8:1 mux and for 16:1 mux. Okay. So to understand this, we'll take one Boolean expression. Okay. See, likewise, this is 8:1 mux, means 8 inputs, 1 output. So for 8:1 mux, how many select lines will be required? 3 select lines. Right? 2 raised to power 3 equal to 8. So how many select lines will be required? 3 select lines. Similarly, for 16:1, 2 raised to power 4 equal to 16. So 4 select lines will be required. Right? Now, we'll be moving towards this particular part. These are the particular ICs are used. See here, available multiplexer ICs. So this we'll see during labs, how to implement 8:1 mux with using this particular IC. Okay. Now just go through this example. Implement the expression using a multiplexer. See, now why we are using the concept of multiplexer? You know that if I want to implement a half adder, right? If I will draw a truth table, I'll be required the number of gates to implement the full adder or half adder, right? So with using a mux, I can reduce the number of wires. I can reduce the number of connections with the concept of mux. Okay. So how it is possible? For that one expression, it is solved over here. Here you can see in the expression, this is the simple logic Boolean function. Okay. function ABCD, where four variables are given, equal to summation of M, and these variables are provided, these numbers are provided, mean terms are provided, 0, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9, 12, 14. Okay, now if you have to implement this particular expression using a multiplexer, so in that case, what you can see, how many variables are there? There are four variables, A, B, C, D, right? A, B, C, D, there are four variables. What is the meaning of these four variables? You know that. How many mean terms are there? There are mean terms starting from 0. Okay. Some of the mean terms are only given. So summation of M means it is the SOP, right? We need to consider sum of product form, right? These are the mean terms. All these are provided the mean terms, right? Now for these mean terms, we need to implement the multiplexer circuit. How we can implement the multiplexer circuit for this? Okay, I will show you over here. The expression is f of four variables A, B, C, D. Okay, and with this summation of M 0, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9, 12, and 14. Right? These are the mean terms. Realize this expression using mux. There are four variables. So four variables means four select lines. We can take it. How many number of inputs are there? We can see that there are 0 to 14. 0 to 14 means here will be required for the four combination. For the four bits, we can take a combination from 0, 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1, 1. Right? So means I can take the number of input 2 raised to power 4 equal to 16, right? Means I can realize this particular expression with using 16 is to 1 mux. Because there are four variables, so 2 raised to power 4 equal to 16, right? With 4, it is the number of select lines. Okay, and 16, that is the number of inputs, data inputs, right? Now with this, 16 is to 1 mux. Okay, how many select lines are there? There are four select lines. S0, S1, S2, and S3. Okay. And how many inputs? 16 inputs. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, right? 16 input. It should be there. Okay. One output. Now, how to implement this? Okay. As you can see, these are the mean terms are provided. For those mean terms, should be selected as a logic 1. See, there are four variable multiplexer with four select inputs is required. Now here you can see that 0, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9, 12, and 14. If the mean terms are provided, and while drawing a K-map, we have seen that for those mean terms, we need to insert a 1 in the K-map, right? Similarly, now in the multiplexer, whatever the mean terms are provided in the expression, for that, we have to consider we are providing that data, those particular signals we are providing to the multiplexer circuit. Means that these particular mean terms, it should be connected to logic 1. Okay. So if we know that these are number of terms, it is given in the expression, it should be connected to logic 1, means logic high. Okay. So for that, I can connect it to VCC. So this is the VCC, or I can say logic 1. It will be easy, logic 1. Okay. Which are the minterms that will be connected to logic 1? 0, then 2, okay, then 3, 6, 8, 9, 12, and 14. Okay. This will be now what the midterms that here it is not there in this particular expression. Okay. Those midterms it should be getting connected to logic 0. The midterms those are not available in the expression that should be connected to logic 0. So rest of the midterms I'll be going to connect to logic 0. That is 1, 4, 5, 7, 10, 11. Okay, 13 it is also not there. Then 15, sorry, 16 is not required because we are considering it from 0. Right, so this is not required. So 15. So all this will be connected to logic 0. Logic 0 means what? Means it will be connected to ground. Okay, logic 0 means ground. Now there should be a enable, and that will be also connected to logic 0. But in the IC you can see always it should be connected to 0 because EN bar that I will tell you during the lab. Okay, forget about this EN now. Just which connections we have connected to logic 1, the minterms those are present in the expression that we have connected to logic 1. The minterms those are not present in the expression that we have connected to logic 0. Okay, now there are 4 inputs S0, S1, S2, S3. Right? So, based on this, any one of the input will be selected, and whatever the input, data input will be having a value as a logic 1, those inputs only will be getting selected. Okay? One by one. So, if S0, S3, S2, S1, S0, those are the 4 select lines. So these 4 select lines, it may have a combination from 0, 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1, 1. Right? So if the select line is having the data input as a 0, 0, 0, 0, that time D0 will be selected as the input and it gives the output in a Y. So means for this D0, the output will be 1. Okay, 0, 0, 0, 1. If another select line representing this combination 0, 0, 0, 1, here you can see in this 1 is connected to logic 0. So if this particular input D1, it will be getting applied to the output. Okay, that input it will be passes on as a output. That time what will be the output? 0. Okay, next 0, 0, 1, 0. If this is the select line, okay, in that case which one will the data input will be getting selected? D2 means second. This is connected to logic 1. So what will be the output? It will be providing 1. Okay. Likewise 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. You can write it for all the terms. Okay. Likewise and so on. So if this will be the combination means this will be the input D3. D3 will be selected. D3 is connected to logic 1. Yes. So the output will be 1. Okay. Then after D3 here, see, if I know this concept and if I know this truth table, if I know this particular expression, I can directly draw also this particular truth table because I know that. Based on that, okay, I'm coming to the conclusion that whatever the mean terms are present over here, for that we'll be getting the output as a 1, right? And for rest of the mean term, those are not present, for that we'll be getting the output as a 0. So that's what we have connected it to logic 1 and logic 0, right? So the same part here I will show you on this notes. Here this circuit it is given, and okay, here you can see. Now we'll see one more example so you will again understand. Okay, see, implement the following expression using a mux. Now this is the expression is given. Okay, how many variables are there? 3 variables, right? You can see A, B, C. See, if these A, B, C variables are not given, how you can find out there should be how many number of variables based on these mean terms, right? If the last mean term is 6, means 6 required how many number of bits? 3 bits. Means there should be 3 variables to realize this particular expression. Again, this is the mean term summation of M. Okay, so 0, 2, 4, 6, these are the mean terms are present. Now here you can see how many 3 variables means 3 select lines. So 2 raised to power 3 equal to 8. So which multiplexer I can use? 8 is to 1 mux, right? 8 is to 1 mux, you can see that 3 select lines, and how many inputs are given? 0 to 7, 8 inputs, right? Where here you can see 0 is connected to logic 1, 2 is connected to logic 1, 4 is connected to logic 1, and 6 is connected to logic 1, right? And rest of the mean terms, that is 1, 3, 5 are connected to logic 0. Here you can see logic 0, where also enable is also connected. Okay, enable it is always there, that is connected to logic 0. Okay, so this is the block diagram of this particular expression with using 8 is to 1 mux. Likewise, only this circuit is required. Now at the right side you can see this truth table. Okay, now here you can see E equal to 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, A, B, C. Here you can see 3 variables, 3 select lines. How many combinations are there? From 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1. So based on this select line, this output will be generated. If the select line will be 0, 0, 0, which one data will be selected? Data input 0. Okay, for 0, where it is connected? It is connected to logic 1. So the output will be 1. Okay. So similarly, here it is given. Yes. Is there any doubt, students? Have you understood these 2 examples? Yes. Am I audible to you? Okay. Have you understood this example? Okay. The concept of multiplexer that completely depends on these particular examples. If you will understand this particular part, you will able to implement this particular part during the practical. If you have any doubt in this particular example, you can ask me now only. Is there any doubt? Have you understood why this is connected to logic 1, why this is connected to logic 0, why there are 3 select lines, and how this truth table is written? This part you understood? Yes. Why? Yes. See, 0, 0, 0, A, B, C. If there are 3 select lines, so there will be a how many combinations from 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1, right? Now, the data input will be selected based on this select line. If the select line will be having the information, or you can say bits, because here we are considering information, it is nothing but by considering digital information in terms of bits. So 0, 0, 0. If this is the select line providing, okay, in that case, which data input will be selected? 0. 0 means here we are considering D0, data input. Okay. Where 0 it is connected to logic 1. Why 0 is connected to logic 1? Because it is present in this min term. The min terms, those are present, those are nothing but the data inputs. The min terms, those are present, those are nothing but the data inputs. But only few min terms are present, means those min terms it should be connected to logic 1, and the rest of the min terms it should be connected to logic 0. Right? Now, if this particular select line it is there 0 0 0, what will be the output? The output it should be 1. Why not 0? Because it is connected to logic 1, and indirectly I can say that it is also present in the expression. Right? Because of this is present in the expression, it is connected to logic 1. राइट एज के मैप में भी आपने क्या किया है, जो मिन टर्म्स प्रेजेंट है उसके लिए 1 एंटर किया है सेल में. सिमिलरली जो भी मिन टर्म्स है उसको लॉजिक 1 को कनेक्ट करना है, बिकॉज इट गिव्स द हाई आउटपुट. सो वॉट एवर द मिन टर्म्स आर प्रेजेंट, दोज आर गिविंग द हाई आउटपुट. यू कैन सी दैट. सी 0 0 0 0, it is giving the high output, means 1. 2, what is the binary form of 2? 0 1 0. Right? This is the select line, but indirectly A, B, C. See here, S0, S1, S2. Instead of here, it is taken. This is nothing but S2, S1, and S0. Okay. So the output is getting as a 1. For 2, for 4, you can see the output is 1. And for the 6, you can see the output as a 1. See, with these 3 select lines, I can select any one of the combination, right? With this 3 select line, either from 0 0 0 to 1 1 1. So that's what, if you understood this particular relationship, you will understand this particular part. See. Decimal number corresponding min terms are 0 2 4 6. Connect the data input line 0 2 4 6 to logic 1 and remaining lines to logic 0. See, whatever here you are getting the combination, those are nothing but all the data inputs. Okay. And these 3 are the select lines. Select lines means we have a combination of only 3 bits now over here. That will generate how many number of inputs? 8 number of inputs. And any one of the input will be selected, and that gives the output either as a 0 or as a 1. Right? So this is the concept. Have you understood or not? Shall I take one more example? You have another lecture, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Understood? See, students, you just go through this concept. This is given over here. Okay. Tomorrow also I will continue with this part. Okay. Where another examples are also given. So you will understand this. Fine. You have to read. Yes. I have already shared, I think, this Quinn-Mikulski along with combinational circuit. It is provided in this PDF copy. Here you can see this. Okay. So here you can go to page number multiplexer. Mux. Okay. Page number 26. From that same PDF, you can go for the concept multiplexer. Okay. Read it. Once you will implement this, you will understand this. It's very simple. Okay. I will show you the implementation on the Friday's practical. So you will understand the concept of mux. But before that, go through this concept. Okay. Okay, roll number, B division. Okay, just I will take the attendance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, all present from B division. Students, those who have not submitted the vision forms, submit it on priority. Okay. A division. Yes. Wait, no, I'm going to take A division attendance. 3, 4, 5. 7 is absent. All are present. Only roll number 7 is absent. Okay. From A division. Okay, students. Thank you.